one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it, because you can.
Guys, remember the story I posted on July 3rd about the cop in Galveston, or the Galveston cop who was punching the teenagers? His name was Rivas. Well, I have an update from ABC Houston on that story. And if you're like, I don't recall that story, here's a video clip, and then I'll give you the update.
In video, you can see a uniformed Galveston police officer holding a teen down. You can hear the blows from an off-duty officer, Jared Rivas, land as the teen cries out in pain.
He was just hitting people. Man walked up with a walkie-talkie and a badge on and said, are y'all residents here? And I was like, no, sir, but we are guests. He said, well, y'all need to get up and leave.
Williams claims as they were getting up to leave, Rivas hit one of the moms several times. Rivas then shoved Williams' 13-year-old son to the ground, who jumped up and hit Rivas back, resulting in Rivas hitting the 13-year-old again. Williams says that's when the off-duty officer then ran up to her 14-year-old daughter with a closed fist and hit her.
You hit kids! You hit kids!
Williams says that's when the uniformed cop showed up, holding down the teen, and Rivas started laying down more punches.
Grab him by his head and start pounding on his head.
By Williams' count, at least 4 people were hit by the off-duty officer. She says her daughter's scalp is swollen and bruised. Her son has a busted lip. Emotionally, they are drained.
I don't sleep. My daughter doesn't sleep. My son doesn't sleep.
Williams says she plans to press charges against the officer who she says attacked her family.
Now, in that video that you first saw, I posted it on July 3rd, an off-duty Galveston Police Department officer hits multiple people at a children's pool party. Yeah. The Galveston County District Attorney will determine now if charges are brought against Rivas. In a statement, the District Attorney's Office said the investigation of this incident involves many witnesses and several allegations, which are on video. As with all investigations, our office will take the time necessary to ensure that the investigation is thorough and conducted properly. On Wednesday of last week, Eyewitness News learned that Galveston PD terminated Officer Jared Rivas, and the families involved are seeking legal action against more than just the ousted officer. He was fired. Mothers who said Rivas hit their children told ABC 13 the ordeal broke their trust. They said, it's terrifying. It really is. I've lost a lot of trust in thinking we were safe. That's Lori Lozano, whose 2 sons were beaten. Now, in the footage from June, Rivas came to break up a children's pool party before it descended into chaos. We've seen the video. He was beating on the teens, especially the girl. The families and Rua's law firm are now bringing legal action against multiple parties. The group wants Rivas charged and stripped of his ability to be a law enforcement officer. He didn't lose his certification. He was only fired. They said it wouldn't be surprising if he was picked up by another law enforcement agency, and that's a concern that we have, the family's lawyer, Adalberto Ruiz, said. Now, the families are also seeking legal action against Galveston Police Department itself, who the families say made no effort to stop Rivas's tirade after they arrived, the other cops. They are seeking action against UTMB Hospital, where Williams claims staffers refused her children treatment when it came to light. They were the family involved in the incident. Quote, they should have been nurtured. That's a hospital. They're children. They were assaulted by an adult, says Williams. Now, ABC 13 contacted all the parties that the families are seeking legal action against, and have only heard back from UTMB Hospital and Galveston Police Department, who said they won't comment on pending legal action. Did we need to read that? Of course they're not going to comment. We knew that. But they'd comment if one of their officers or if the hospital, one of the hospital staff was assaulted, boy, they'd comment in a heartbeat. Yes, we're bringing charges. And blah, 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 blah. But when they're the ones being accused, of course they're not going to comment. Of course. That's the hypocrisy of government and law enforcement. Sorry, but it is. Because they don't want to be held liable. But this really astounds me. And again, this update here is that Officer Rivas was fired, but did not lose his police certification. And also, I don't know if I covered it in my original editorial, this may be news, but that the hospital wouldn't treat them because they were the family involved in this incident. Oh, we're refusing you treatment. Why? Because you went up against cops. What? At a hospital and their children? I don't know. What do you guys think, man? Another nomad cop going from department to department to department. And eventually he's probably going to end somebody's life. And then they'll go, whoa, this guy's got complaints. He's been to 3 other police departments. Why are you surprised? You knew that back when he was at Galveston.